करता पुरख निरभव निर्वैर अकाल मूर्त अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद। एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निरभव निर्वैर अकाल मूर्त अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद। तन तन गुरु ग्रंथ साहब जी महाराज, तन गुरु गोबिंद सिंह साहिब सच्चे पातशाह। पूल छिमो हमरी प्रभापन पुलनहार कहाँ को मोसो, हवाए बंदगी आवर दर वजूद मरा, वगरन ज़ौक़ के चुनी आमदैन नमूद मरा। तन गुरु गोबिंद सिंह साहिब, तन गुरु नानक साहब हजूर, तन तन गुरु ग्रंथ साहब जी महाराज। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। JAPJI Sahib. JAPJI is the first bani of the Guru Granth. The bani which is full of spiritual subjects which need to be pondered on. When we inquire into any subject, then we contemplate, understand, review what the subject is about. JAPJI Sahib touches on the core issues of life. It's not as though dwelling into the JAPJI is a luxury. It's actually a necessity if I need to understand myself, my life, and to know what the whole structure of life is. I do not have the prism, the total canvas of life in front of me. If there is a life beyond the seen world, then I don't see it. I can imagine it, I can have theories about it, but I don't know it. What I don't know, I need to be guided into. The concept of Guru or the understanding of Guru is twofold. One is to correct the anomalies within my mind. The problems I face on a daily basis seem to be external to me, but they have their root within my mind. This is something which the JAPJI teaches us. The interaction of life happens within the mind, the man. It's not purely an intellectual exercise, but it is more than that. If life is a journey, then where is this journey headed to? What is its goal? What is it that I need to do or know for me to see life in completeness? In the sense, to understand what are the aspects of this life I am missing out on. And is there a correction I need to make about the way I am living? How do I get to know that? I don't know the unseen world. When we talk about the concept of Guru, the word Gu means darkness, and Ru is the removal of darkness. So assume there is a light somewhere, and a curtain hides that light from me. So the Guru removes that curtain, or tells me how to remove the curtain. Prepare to remove the curtain. We are now supposedly, and as an assumption, sitting with Guru Nanak with his JAPJI. What does Guru Nanak say about life? How does he step forth into the Creator's world, assuming there is a Creator? The question can be asked, is there a God? If there is a God, why don't we see it? These are questions we can ask. What does Guru Nanak say about this? Is there a creator? Well, he announces his understanding and vision. He who has known says there is none other than the creator. And people like me who don't know keep asking, is there a creator? The difference between these two thought processes is the curtain of darkness. And where does this curtain exist? The curtain exists within me. So if I have to ask, where does the problem lie? And where are the solutions? The answer will be, the problems lie within me, and the solutions are also within me. When we walk this journey of life, we step into the world of survival. We are taught how to survive, how to educate, how to earn a living, how to manage ourselves. These are actually only survival instincts. And in the middle of all this, we learn how to relax a bit, entertain and travel. All this is also happening in the mind space. But nobody is able to tell us how deep the mind is, what all questions and answers we ask, answers we seek, where do they lie? If they lie within us, where are they? So here comes the known world, the thought world. We only know the mind through the thought. So if I look at the physical world, that's all I know. And if I look at the mind, the thought world is all I know about the mind. Both these seem to be synonymous. They seem to be similar. I don't know the unseen world. I don't know the mind beyond my thought. The curtain of darkness hides the reality from me. And if I have to seek, where will I seek? What will I seek? Guru Nanak in the JAPJI brings forth a question. Kiv sachiara hoiye, kiv kude tutte paal. Sachiara being the state of the Creator himself. He who is truth, he who is always, he who is constant. I use the male connotation, but God or the Creator is beyond female or male. Let's assume that. So I don't know the thought beyond the thought world. I don't know beyond the seen world. These are my limitations of life. And here is where the Guru's role starts. Guru announces in his first syllable of the Guru Granth, Ik Omkar. There is one. And he is the entire creation. He is the creator, destroyer, preserver. He is the one who is running this entire game, so to say. And he is the only truth. Naam is his road. The road to him is his Naam. How many names does God have, Maharaj? Guru says there are infinite names. And we only fathom a few of them. We don't know all of them. Guru Maharaj, when talks about Naam, he talks about the state of mind, where there is no ego. I don't know this state. The state of thought in my mind is my ego mind. A very large percent of my thoughts come from within my ego, and I am the one who charges them. I get one thought, I hold on to it, and I journey into many thoughts after that. Or if I have a desire, that becomes a thought. These are journeys within the life journey. I have created them from my own ego, from my conditioned mind. That's another word I like to use. Because this mind has been created by me and my environment. Whatever I have been taught, whatever I have learned, whatever name I have been given, whatever I have educated myself about, whatever I have figured out as the solutions of life and worked on those are also all in the conditioned mind. This is the mind I know. This is my mind space I live in. This is my life. And here is the ego mind. So that's why ego is so difficult to give up. Because this is all I know. I don't know life beyond the ego. For that I need Guru. I need the Guru to understand life beyond the ego. I can be a calmer person. I can be a better person. I can be more relaxed. I can be more joyous. I can be more happy. All these things I can be within the ego mind. But I can't see beyond my darkness, beyond my curtain of darkness, beyond my thoughts. So like there is a dust in the pond, makes the surface, makes the ground invisible to me because there is so much dust. If this dust settles, then I can see what is in the bottom of the mind. The mind is like this pond. And here the dust is my conditioned mind, the creations of thoughts which I have done. The dust has all come from my ego, from my different investments in life. It's nothing wrong to invest in the physical, in the mind, to apply yourself, to learn something, to learn chemistry, physics, geography, astronomy. These are subjects of Gyan, of the world. That's perfectly fine. But these are within the ego mind. These are within the seen world. They are not beyond it. To go beyond the seen world, I need the Guru, because I need to leave my known space. My known space is my ego mind, where I live as an identity, a person. Amarjeet or Supreet, whatever I am, that's all I know. So in psychology, if I have disconnected myself and feel sad or upset, then affirmation of my name gives me an understanding that I am and gives me energy to deal with life. So assuming the mind has two bands, one is the thought mind, and one band being below it, which is the depressive mind. When I go into depression, when I feel I'm sad, I'm not, when I've lost the hold of that space of I am. And one is the consciously giving up the I am, giving up my thoughts, giving up the curtain of darkness. That's the question Guru Nanak primarily addresses in the Guru Granth. Kiv satyara hoiye, kiv kude tutte paal. The Creator is the Karta, resides within himself, Karta Purkh. All that is being done by the Creator. Indirectly or directly, all the energy comes from that source. It's like all of us are plugged into a computer system, and the master computer is the creator himself. Downloading what we desire, what we choose, what we want, that's the initial aspect of life, how we understand and know life. We want something about life. We seek something. We desire something. That's our way of saying, I'm looking for something. And in this way, all of us are looking for something. Guru Amar Das, the third Guru Nanak, in Goindwal, created a bani called the Bani of Anand. Anand being unconditional happiness. Happiness which is forever, if we've experienced it. And the only condition for the Anand is meeting the Guru. The meeting of the Guru is not a physical meeting. It's the meeting of the mind. And I can only meet the Guru in mind if I have already given up the mind full of my thoughts. In the Bani, in Asa Divar, Guru Sahib says, Vastu andar vast samave, duji hove paas. In the mind there is already an object. There's already things which are full. Unless we put those aside, the other experience of the man will not happen. So this is the experience of meeting the Guru. The conditioned mind is vacated. We give it up. And in the Bani it is explained, Man beche Satgur ke paas, tis sevak ke karaj ras. I live the I in my thoughts, in my desires, in my yearnings, or in whatever I think. This is the I. And if this I is given up, then I create a space for the Guru if, while giving it up, I focus on the Guru. I can also make the mistake of giving it up to the wrong Guru. Don't underestimate that. Happens every day. Because of our assumptions of life, because of our lack of understanding of Guru. And because we can never know the state of Guru. We can never know in the physical sense who is the Guru. We can get infatuated by a personality. We can get enamored by a person. We can get convinced by the logic of the person. But that does not guarantee the individual being a Guru. If one was to define the state of Guru, Guru is the one who is already connected to the inner reality of the Creator and has the ability to open our doors to the meeting of the Guru, with the Creator. The Guru has the ability, if we are with the right Guru, we are with the true Guru, to connect us with our source. And that can only happen because the Guru is himself or herself already connected to a point where he is able to transfer. This all happens in the man again. So we do not underestimate the mind space. Psychologists often ask about the dreams we have. There are many forms of dreams. They can be futuristic dreams. We dream of something which is going to happen. There can be dreams of just mundane things which we've left incomplete. There can be dreams of experiences which we've already had but not completed. And there can also be dreams of connecting our man. Because in the dream state, there is a state of being where our ego is dropped. unconsciously. Dropping the ego consciously is a very is an experience which needs certain training. It needs certain dhyan. It needs Shabad with it. But in the dream state, it's easier to do. So there can be messages we get from the beyond in our dream state. And Gurbani talks about that. So here we are, trying to understand what is beyond my thoughts. And I need my Guru for that. The Guru has opened the Mool Mantar, the root mantra of the Guru Granth, as the opening of the JAPJI. And he has told us about Ek Omkar, Satnam, Karta Purakh. And then who is not with ego is fearless and has no malice to anyone. In that state, there is no ego. Akal is his Murat. He is timeless. Kal is what kills us or destroys our body, seen world. Kal is our time world. Mind, which is moving world. The thought world. So the seen world in perceptive, that which we see, is also Kal. Jo dise so kale karna. Whatever we see, time will destroy. Our thought are also Kal, because they are changing with time. Whatever changes with time is Kal. What doesn't change, what is permanent, and what is forever is Akal. And that is the only form the Creator has. He is timeless and exists in continuum in His own creation. After Akal Murat, we come to what we are to discuss today. Ajuni Saibhang. In the Anand Sahib, Guru Amar Das tells us that we are all seeking. Surnar munjan amrit khoj de, so amrit gurte paya. We are seeking Amrit. Amrit, if I have to explain in my own words, would mean happiness, love, unconditionally forever. A state of being. And the Guru connects us to this, he says. We don't know what we are seeking, but we certainly are seeking something. All of creation, all of us. If you even look at the progress mankind has made, it's because of seeking. So all of us are seeking something. So somebody has gone into astronomy and done some research and found some answers, and the line of astronomy is open to the world. Somebody has done it in biology, somebody does it in literature, somebody does it in history. This is all part of our seeking. If we are not seeking, we will not delve into these things. We have reasons for it. So we can say we are seeking a career, we are seeking to learn something, to know something. It's all a part of seeking. Ultimately, what are we looking for? Ultimately, we are looking for happiness forever. That is our entire search. When Guru Amar Das talks about birth and the creation of the world, then he tells us that when we are born, we disconnect from our source. Live chudki, lagi trishna, maya amar vartaya. And we enter into the world of maya. Let me again connect. The maya world is my thought world, primarily. There is one aspect of the maya world, the thought world, which is not maya. And that is when we get thoughts from the egoless mind, the universal mind, where there is no thought. Like Archimedes saw the Eureka sitting in a tub. In a thoughtless state, a thought came to him, and that was the answer. That didn't come from him, from his ego or his conditioned mind. It came from his thoughtless mind. So try this sometimes when you have a problem. Just throw it into your mind and let it go and relax about it. There will be a response. In my understanding, there always is. The answer comes in some form. But if it doesn't come, that means it's not supposed to come. Maharaj talks about a state of being which is ajuni. When Guru Amar Das talks about this pattern of life, where we disconnect from our source and we come into Maya, the thought world, and then we live our entire life in the thought world. This disconnection from our own source, where we are calm, where we are at peace, where we are nurtured, where we are restful, this is the Amrit, which we have lost. So these are two states of being. One has a lot of movement in it. The movement is in the thought. The movement is also in birth and death. The movement is also in moving from one moment to another. The difference between my life and the life of a sadhu or sant or guru is that a sadhu and a sant and guru is connected. Internally, his mind is not moving the way my mind moves. His mind moves as a tool. He uses his mind as a tool to think about life. But my mind is in constant movement. There's a big difference. And I don't know a mind beyond the thought mind, but he knows the mind beyond the thought mind. That's the difference. So his coming into birth and going into death is only visitation. It's not the painful experience we all go through. Constantly we are moving, constantly life is moving. When Guru Nanak Sahib talks about death in his life, he talks about it as possibly the next moment, next breath. He says, Hum aadmi ha ikdami. We are people of one breath. We don't know the next. The reason we are able to live our lives is because we ignore this aspect. We never live it in completeness. If we live in this awareness, it will be impossible to live. The only way we will be able to live would be to connect to our source. When we know that even if there is death, we don't die. That's the only way we can deal with this thought. Otherwise, it's impossible to be operative. Imagine that we go to sleep and we don't know whether we will wake up. Imagine that I go to work and I don't know if I will reach work. If this thought is my constant companion, then I will not be operative. So living in the moving, seen world, thought world, if I have the ability to experience the unmoving, the unseen, the Amrit of creation. In the Siddh Gosht, the Siddhs also asked Guru Nanak a similar question. Kahan te aave, kahan jave, kahan rahe samai. Maharaj says, Hukme aave, hukme jave, hukme rahe samai. By the order of the Creator, we are surrounded in all aspects. We come from Him, we live in Him, and we go to Him. But there is a difference. One mind has constant movement, the other has rest, samajana. Samana and constant movement are the two different paradigms of my mind. In one, I will never find rest. I will keep wandering. Why am I wandering? Because I'm seeking answers. I'm seeking my Amrit. I'm seeking something which I'm not able to get. I think I may get it in the form of a relationship. I may feel that this relationship is going to give me everything I want. I may think it to be in the form of a career. This career, when it comes to me, it will be all I need. If I pass this examination well, that's all I need. That's how we put all our effort into what we are doing. We imagine everything as the next step of our life, the next problem we have. And everything about life is to do with, can I solve this thing? If I solve this problem, that's all I need. I don't need anything beyond it. Well, that's one way of committing our energy. Nothing wrong with it. But we all know that this is our way of fooling ourselves. We are wandering, seeking something. We are wandering in thought, we are wandering in life, and we are wandering in multiple lives, seeking that one stability, that one center within ourselves, which is our source. And that can only happen when we connect with the Guru. This is the reason Ajuni Sebhang word has come into the Mool Mantar. Because the Creator is not seeking, not wandering. He is the Creator Himself. He is not like you and me, incomplete, pained by the me I am carrying. Because Trishna is the desire world we all live in, is a very painful experience. It's full of disappointment. It's full of separation. It's full of changes to our conditioned world constantly. So we have to keep energizing ourselves to deal with the change which we go through. Ajuni literally means he who does not take birth, does not come into the creation world as a person. The Creator does not take birth because he doesn't have the incompleteness you and me have. He does not take birth. He does not take birth because he is life itself. He is harboring entire creation itself. So he does not need to come into the world like you and me. This morning we were contemplating on a Shabad by Bhagat Kabir. And he says, Ik dukh, one pain in my life you remove from my life is this coming and going into birth and death. Ik dukh kato Ram Rai mera. The fact that I burn in this ego, keep coming and going, this one pain remove from my life. Give me stability. So don't mistake it, in my understanding, don't mistake it to mean the person takes birth physically or not. The physical change happens in the internal mind revelation. A person who is connected, who's a sadhu or sant, can come and go. And he doesn't have to go through the similar experiences we go through. Because his mind is always connected to the source. He is not seeking that completeness. When Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Sache Paatshah talks about his previous birth in the Dasam Granth, he tells us that he was sent by the Creator. Ab main apni katha bakhanu, tab saadat je bid mohe aanu. हेम कुंड पर्वत है जहाँ सप्त सिंह सोबत है सहाँ तह हम अधिक तपस्या साधी महाकाल काल का आराधी एह बिद कर तपस्या पयो द्वैत एक रूप होए गयो. He tells us that he was one with the Creator in his previous birth. So the fact that he came into the creative world was not a necessity of seeking. He already came in completeness. Like the Bhatts have talked about Guru Arjan. They say Guru Arjan was a revealed Sant from his birth. He was not seeking. So you see how much they were able to achieve, because there were no conflicts in their life. A person passing away within his 30s, Guru Maharaj gave up his life in the 30s. See Guru Arjan, how much he has achieved. The Guru Granth Sahib is the creation of his effort, compiling it together. So this is the other aspect. But we are all seeking, and so we come and go. And so we go through the pain. Maharaj says, So mukh jalo jit jind kahe thakur joni. Sakal aparad deh loni deh lo roni. Sakal aparad deh ro roni. So mukh jalyo jit thakur joni. He says, this is one error, mistake we all make, or we make. And he says, he who calls the Creator having taken birth, he says his face will, his mouth will burn. Say mukh jalyo. What is he saying? He is saying that it's absolutely incorrect to judge the Creator to have taken birth. The Creator never takes birth in form and shape like you and me. The reason we are wandering, the reason we take birth, the reason we come into creative world is because we are all incomplete. The Creator is not incomplete. So it's actually abusive, it's actually wrong to call the Creator within Joni, that he takes birth. Guru Maharaj also, when he talks about his relationship to the Creator, talks himself as a servant of the Guru. Jo moko parmeshwar uchre, teh sab narak kund mein par hai. Moko das tavan ka jano, ya main phed na ranch pachano, rang pachano. But these are people who are connected. The Guru is connected and has the ability to connect us. That's the difference. And we cannot know that by meeting someone unless our own faculties, spiritual faculties, are awakened from our own experience. Only a Sant will know who a Sant is. Otherwise you'll not know. Just by clothes, just by mannerisms, just by talking, we can never know. And here we all go wrong. Most of us go wrong. So in this light, if we make Shabad the Guru, then there is no need for physical Guru. We can have guides, we can have Sangat, we can have people who we can seek understanding from. But the Shabad is the Guru. Shabad is Guru Nanak's Guru. And the experience of Shabad is the revelation of our life. Will take us beyond our thought world. Take us beyond my ego world. How do I do that? The first stage would be to analyze the Shabad, to Vichar, to know what the Guru is saying. That's the first aspect. So I replace my thoughts with thought of the Shabad. And then I do dhyan of the Shabad. When I do some vichar of something intensely, when I think of something intensely, I go into its dhyan. Just like that, when I do vichar of Shabad, I go into the dhyan of Shabad. पंचा का गुर एक ध्यान. The dhyan is my launching pad, is my meeting ground with my Guru, is my way of saying, I am here to meet the Creator. I need your help. If we ask a question and we move away from the question, then we are not the question, and we will not get the answer. Dhyan is our way of saying, I seek in earnest, with all our energy, with all my mind, not with part mind, not with just a curiosity, not just partly seeking. Dhyan is my way of saying, I seek completely. I am in complete dhyan. I meet completely, not incompletely. I don't save my ego and then try and meet the Guru, because that never happens. How mein dirgh rog hai, daru bhi ismaye. Kirpa करे जे अपनी त गुर का शब्द कमाए. Partnering the Shabad and my man, I can go beyond the ego. Otherwise I can't. I can go beyond the thought world. Otherwise I can't. I can convince myself I know it. नानक गुरु न चेतनी मन अपने सुचेत, छूटे तिल बोहार ज्यों सुंजे अंदर खेत. Like he says in the Asa Diwar, I don't want my Guru. Man apne suchet, I am aware, my mind knows. But Guru explains that this is not a successful attitude of life. We can only know the Guru if we understand that the Guru is essential for us in the spiritual world. In fact, in all worlds. But the ultimate experience of the Guru and Sikh is in the Anand, the meeting of the Guru and Sikh, where the Amrit is revealed. So Amrit Gur te paya. And there is no need to leave life. There is no need to give up life. There is no need to go into the forest to do this. But there is a need to seek, to search. Bande khoj dil har roz. To make this question, kiv satyara hoiye, kiv kude tutte paal. How do I go beyond this wall of falsehood? Kood di paal. False wall. How do I go beyond that, Maharaj? That's the JAPJI. That is the Sangat with Guru Nanak. That's our revelation within our mind. Guru says, Ajuni, the Creator never takes birth. He has no reason to. And the Creator doesn't depend on any other source for his creation. Sebhang. He's not formed from someone else. He doesn't come from another source. He is himself what he is. Actually, the discussion or talk about the Creator is the Agam, Agochar. These are the words used in the Guru Granth, where we can't reach, which can't be explained, which can't be defined in the seen world. But Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Maharaj explains it well, and he says, Chakra chin ar baran jaat ar paat nahinje. Roop rang ar rek pek kau kahe na sakat ke. Achal Murat amitoj prakash. Achal Murat amitoj kahijje. Koot in Indran Shah Shahan Ganijje. Achal Murat amitoj prakash. What he says is there is no chakra, chin or baranjat, no sign, no jat, no defined forms in which we can talk about the Creator. Roop, rang, ar rekh, pekh ko kahe na sakat keh. No roop, no form, no signals, no color. Achal murat, achal murat. Achal is he who does not need to travel, because he is everywhere. So what we are talking about when we talk about the Creator is very difficult to explain in words. And so when Guru talks about the Creator, he talks about it as he sees and lives him. But when we talk about the Creator, it's more an imagination. Until we know the Creator, we only know words. And until we know, we don't know anything. We can be only in the darkness of life, talking about it, assuming we know it, but we don't know. Such is life. But we can know. In this living form, we can know. Achal Murat Anubhav Prakash Amitoj Kahijye. We can know. We can know if we meet the Guru. We can know if we go beyond our thought world. We can know if we go beyond the ego world. We can know if we go inwards. Bande khoj dil har roz. इस मन को कोई खोजो पाई. So, when we talk about dhyan, it has to do with seeking, searching within. When we talk about going beyond the thought world, it has to do with this search and seek, where we rest our mind, where the mind is with the least a thought or absolutely no thought. One way of doing that is the Sangat of the Shabad. How we will go there, we will discuss at the JAPJI. But when we go into the unseen world, the thoughtless world, the world of Sahaj, then only we know. Jan Nanak bin Apachi ne mite na pram ki kai. Till we don't know what is within us. And one definition of Sebhang is exactly this. Se, within, and Bhang meaning light. The Creator rests as a light within me. When I see my man, I only see darkness. I can imagine lights and I can say I see this color, that color. That's not relevant. But the experience of the light within me is the Sebhang, is the knowing. Se within and Bhang, the light within me. The Creator has no source. He is himself what he is. So Maharaj says, how then this light will get revealed to me? Sab mein jot, jot hai soe. Tis de chanan, sab mein chanan hoye. Maharaj says, in everyone the light resides. And from that light is in every one of us. Tis de chanan, sab mein chanan hoye. From your light, everybody's light is. Gur sakhi jot pargat hoye. Becoming one with the Guru, meeting the Guru, Gursakhi, Jyot Pargat hoye. The light gets revealed to us. We get conscious of it. So what is lying within me in an unconscious state? I don't know about it. It's not unconscious, but it is deep within me in the subconscious, where my mind structure will change the moment that light is revealed to me. When I will know what is the man. So Maharaj invites us for that. Man tu jyot saroop hai, apna mool pachan. You are like the light within you. Understand and know that. Ajuni Sebhang is amongst the last adjectives which the Guru has used in the Mool Mantar. This is telling us about the Creator. The next word is that one word which changes everything for me. It tells me about how I can unlock that which is within me after I have prepared myself. How the ego has its limitations. In the physical world, in the thought world, the ego is my operative world. It's how I operate. But in the unseen world, in the spiritual realm, in the Sahaj world, in the Thirgar world, ego is non-operative. Their Naam is the operation world. There we live in Naam, in his root, in his Naam, in his love, in his Hukam. So these are synonyms. Hukam, Shabad, Naam, these are similar, they mean the same thing. Being in Shabad, Dhyan of Shabad is Naam. Being in Dhyan of Shabad is Hukam, because this is the fundamental block of life. This is the fundamental block of my man. Ajuni Sebhang. He does not need to take birth like you and me. And he is self-created. Rests within my mind. To know that and to experience it within me is to know life in completeness, is to solve all the riddles of life, is to solve all the problems of life, is to solve why we are wandering, is to bring us to rest. The Maharaj says, Ana Jana, movement, is one aspect of life. Sama Jana is our restful world. And when we give up the ego and we realize that we belong to the ocean and we merge with the ocean, then we have found the rest world. The JAPJI will tell us how we do that. JAPJI is not in rag. It needs deep contemplation. That's why it is not in rag. And the JAPJI is to be lived every day, not merely read. It's to be experienced within the man. And we make this question our question. Kiv satyara hoiye. How do I break the wall of falsehood? Kiv kude tutte paal. How do I stop living in expectation? आस अंधे से तहने केवल हमें झपट जलाए. Expectation pain, anxiety. Without this, we live in this new world where home has been destroyed by Shabad. Shabad is our Guru. Shabad is our solution. Shabad is that meeting which will never lead to separation. Shabad is that which will make us rest in peace and not keep throwing us into the wandering of life. Make us complete so we don't seek anymore. Make us fulfilled and find the joy which is infinite, going beyond the finite pleasures of life, which never satiate us, which never centers us, which never leads us to solutions, but makes us move from one desire to another, one painful experience to another. This will only go away when we connect to our source, when we go beyond the ego, and we find that which is beyond our thought world. Kiv satyara hoiye, kiv kude tutte paal, ajuni sevang. With this I conclude today's session. I seek forgiveness for whatever errors I would have made. Thank you for your presence and appreciate your coming. It's this time when I connect to my Guru through you. If any of you have some questions or want to say something, you're most welcome. You can raise your hands in the Zoom, or if you are on YouTube, you can post a question and we will answer in time. Thank you so much. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh. Muskan ji has posted something. Appreciate that, Muskan ji. Anything else? वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। फिर आनंद साहब कर दें। हाँ जी।